Fellow Ambazonians, greetings to every one of you. This is awareness today, November the 3rd, Monday, November the 3rd, in the year of our Lord 2025. We are in the last but 1 month of the year, and what a great pleasure for me to welcome you all to our program today. I know last week there was just so much in the air, we couldn't even come on the air last Monday, but we came on, I think was it Thursday or was it Wednesday? But today we are here with a full package of some of the leftovers of last week and some of the new developments of this week. And we're here to just give you the state of the revolution. Once again, you're welcome to the program Awareness here on Ambazonia State Radio and Television. Your station that tells you what it is in the Ambazonian War of Independence. God bless you all for joining. Share the link if you are on your Facebook or YouTube page or on your television back in the home front. Why not call a neighbor and let them know Ambazonia State Radio and Television and the program The Awareness is on the air. Thanks for being here. Before I bring my panelists in the studio, let me take a monologue. A monologue is very funny to me, but it's God inspired. I was reading it and just laughing at myself because it's very, very inspiring, and also it's a message to the Ambazonian people. And the title is When a Slave No Longer Wants to be free, even when he has the means to be free. When a slave no longer wants to be free, even when freedom is given to him. The Bible makes us to understand something in Exodus chapter 21 and verse 5 and 6 that, and if the servant shall plainly say, I love my master, my wife, and my children, I will not go out for free. Then the master shall bring him into the judge, and he shall also bring him to the door or unto the doorpost, and his master shall bore his ear through with an hot iron, and he shall serve forever as a slave. Dearly beloved, the inspiration of this topic is based on what we see among some few chosen or few privileged slaves, as I will call it that way, privileged people who feel like they are more privileged Ambazonians than others working for the Republic government. And so, because they feel that they are more privileged Ambazonians working for the Republic government, they don't believe that the freedom that Ambazonians are looking for concerns them. And so it inspired me on the topic, when a slave no longer wants to be free, even when he has the freedom to be free, it's a dilemma. It's a chaotic situation. My dearly beloved, there are so many Ambazonians that have earned a privileged position in French Republic government that they think that for them to have a free Ambazonia is not worth it. There are so many that are working for French Cameroon government who are Ambazonians that are afraid to be free as Ambazonians and chose to work as slaves under the colonial master of the Republic of Cameroon. What an irony. But what I want Ambazonians to understand here today is that whether a privileged slave, whether an underprivileged slave, whether a normal slave, you are still a slave. And so you being there as a privileged slave doesn't make any difference compared to the freedom that you should receive and be able to dictate your own life what you want. This is not strange. It's a repetition of history. Reading the American history, it is meant to understand, we are meant to understand that When finally came to the African Americans, there were many other states that even when they were given freedom, the slave countries or in those states refused to accept the freedom and decided to stay as privileged slaves. In 1770 to 1780s, some enslaved people emancipated during the American Revolution. When the northern states began absorbing slavery or abolishing slavery and allowing slaves to go free, it is said to be understood that many in the southern states refused freedom even when they were given. Loyal slaves mentioned in the Will of Emancipation. In a few years, in 1880, and in the 18th century and in the 19th century, enslavers recorded that enslavers, means the slave masters, recorded that certain enslaved people chose to remain with their families as slaves rather than to emancipate into their own freedom. These records are often written from the enslavers, means the slave masters, who said even though they allowed their slaves to go away and find for their own life, many of them chose to remain and serve as slaves all their lives. Examples: George Washington enslaved workers. When Martha Washington freed George Washington's enslaved people in 1801, there were reports that some older enslaved individuals refused and stayed to volunteer to serve their masters even though they had the freedom to go and be free. During and after the civil rights or the Civil War in 1860, after emancipation, some formerly enslaved people continued to serve and work for their former slave masters and accepted to remain as sharecroppers or servants rather than to be called free people. So what we see in Ambazonia is a repetition of history, that there are so many of our people working for the Yaoundé government who know the benefit of our people being free, but have chosen the path of slavery to work for the Yaoundé regime, some because they are afraid of what tomorrow will look like, how the economic system will become, some because of their old age, some because of their lazy attitude, and some because of their lack of the ability to initiate a new life. They decide to fight, to stay and die as slaves under La République du Cameroon. Fellow Ambazonians, this is the irony that we find in Ambazonia, that there are so many. You will think that will be happy to hear that Ambazonia is free. No, to them, no. They don't want that freedom. They are like the American slaves that were freed in those days, yet they decided to stay as slaves and work for their masters because they were afraid of how to face a future. It reminds me in my early days as a young boy in Bamenda, where we were moving around preaching the gospel of the Lord Jesus Christ. And I was the leader of the group Cameroon Youth for Jesus in Bamenda at that time. And there was often a man that would be ruled in a wheelbarrow and pass in front of the Cameroon Youth for Jesus hall where we used to worship. And one day, 3 of us, we decided to stop the people that were ruling this lame man. I think the man's name was Nji. They rule him to the front of the Congress Hall or to the front of the commercial avenue entrance into the main market to sit there and beg money. And we asked Mr. Nji one day when we stopped the car, we stopped the wheelbarrow that was wheeling him. And we asked Mr. Nji, what do you prefer? Do you want us to give you money or to pray that God may heal you and move you out of this wheelchair or out of this wheelbarrow so that you can go and find for your own life? Mr. Nji looked at us and he said, give me my money instead of praying for me. The story of Mr. Nji may be laughable, but that is exactly the picture of many Ambazonians. Those that still believe in some kind of referendum, those that still believe in some kind of federation, those that still believe in some kind of one Cameroonese or one Cameroon are the like of Mr. Nji, the lame man in Bamenda, are the like of the American slaves that were freed yet will reject freedom and prefer to work as slaves for their masters. I come to awaken the young generation of Ambazonians that you should not be like your fathers or your forefathers who are working as slave masters for the La Republic government in Yaoundé. And while we are at the twilight of our freedom, they are still fighting for you and I to stay under slavery, under La Republic. Time has come for us to arise as one man and fight for the freedom that God has given you and I. We were born to be free as Ambazonians. We were not born to come and live under second class or third class citizens as the Republic consider us. How I pray that you, the sleeping giant in you will be awakened today so that you will stand and fight for your freedom till the end. Congratulations to all that have been fighting for these 9 years unwaveringly to stand for their freedom. But shame to those in the diaspora who call themselves leaders, to those in Cameroon who call themselves elites, to those who have collected bribery from La République du Cameroon for us to remain as slaves. But the bad news for you is that that time has come for Ambazonia to be free, and nothing can stop it, because the hand of God, I say the hand of God is about to free the people of Ambazonia. And you better join the queue or you'll be left behind. Thank you for listening to my monologue today. Studio, thank you so much. I plead that you will bring my audience or what are my guests in the studio today so that we can go to discuss the big topics that we have today. There's so much in our package today. I don't know if we're going to be able to finish it, but if we don't finish, we're going to carry over to next week. But once again, Dorothy, you are welcome to the show. You're welcome to the show. Let me start with the ladies first. Dorothy, you look so beautiful today. Now your blue Amazonian dress. Greet the people of Amazonia in your blue and white.
Thank you so much, Pastor Victor. It's always a pleasure. Dr. Ella, thank you. We are at it again. We are doing what God expects us to do for his people, Ambazonians, educating them, keeping them aware of what is going on. Fellow Ambazonians, as I always say, it's a pleasure for me to come on Mondays so that we can talk about our struggle. We can see where we are and where we are going so that we can appreciate how far God has brought us and anticipate where he is taking us to. Greetings, the fighters, defenders of the land, the civilians, the refugees, those in prison. I just want to greet you all and say it's always a pleasure for me to come out so that we can talk together, encourage each other, and to say that our hands are on the plow. We should not look back. We should not look back. We'll be talking some more. Over to you, Pastor Victor.
Thank you, my Dorothy. Always a pleasure to have you in the studio. Dr. Ella, we missed you last week, even though our program finally came up on a Wednesday, and I know it was so much on your plate, but you are welcome to the program today. God bless you. Greet the people from Amazonia.
So, my Ambazonia people, thank you, Pastor Victor. I hope you hear me very well.
Very clearly, 5 on
So
5.
I just want you to correct your statement to say, my Dorothy, you look beautiful today. My Dorothy looks beautiful every day, not only today. So that should be correct. And then next thing, I want to apologize to the people of Ambazonia for not being on Wednesday, or if I've missed any of the awareness program. It's due to the moment that is going on somewhere, either flying or so, without cannot join. So I want to greet the people of Ambazonia for keeping their country Sunday very, very well ongoing and forgetting. I like the way, we used to use that word, say, we don't chuck them. Chuck means say you don't disgrace them. For sure, say, we are not with the people of La Republique. Yeah, their fight is their fight, and we have our own what we are fighting for. So I want to thank everybody at home front, and I greet you people with all my heart. I want to also send so gun salute to the our forces who are really using that word for self determination. They are determined and never backing up. So I want to thank everybody in and around the world in the diaspora that stands with us to make sure, as our neighbors are there disputing and discussing and fighting for their whatever they are doing there, we are concentrating and penetrating ourselves through all the holes to reach Boya. Thank you, and we will talk more.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Elad. I know we'll be expecting maybe Dr. Tita, Congress Paul in the studio with us, but we were going to kick the program started here. And we are, in fact, our package is so full. Let's start from somewhere. The fraudulent elections in Amazonia. It's so sad, Dr. Elad and Madoroti, that La Republic doesn't even know how to steal or how to lie. And I think it's true
Mm.
that when you have lied too much, sometimes you lie, you don't even know that it's a lie. You will not imagine that Cameroon has been killing our people for 9 years in the northern zone and the southern zone, all over Amazonia. Yet, even if they wanted to steal elections in Amazonia, in fact, this is why the international community is really laughing at them now, because America knows what has been going on in Amazonia. They know the humiliation, they know the killings. And for La Republic to publish their elections and say that they had 100%, that Pobia had 100% vote in Amazonia. Man, come on now, come on. Is that stupidity? Is that a stupid way of attacking the stealing? Or is that lack of common sense? Or what can this really be? I just want us to start from there. I know there's so many places we could start from, but let's just start from there, because that's one of the things that even them francophones are even saying, that what kind of stupidity is this? You want to steal? You go to even say you had 100% vote in the play where you have been killing the people. Who came there to vote for you? My daughter wants your take on that, because it's quite senseless.
Yeah, it is laughable. It just tells you who La Republique are. It tells you that they are the master of fraud, master of crookery, master of lies. There is no way Northern Zone, Southern Zone will give Bia 100%. Are you kidding me? Somebody who declared war on them has burnt almost 850 of their villages. They'll go and vote for him. Uh, unless those women, those elite CPD and women who were advocating for Bia, maybe they are the only ones who voted. If it was only them who voted in the northern zone, then I can believe the 100%. But if it is that, they're talking about the civilians on the, it can never be 100%. It cannot be. It's a big lie. And that just goes to booster our cause that we
Yep.
and these people that we are not the same. We are incompatible. They are terrible. Nobody would like to live with such a person under the same roof. Nobody. It's a joke. Big lie in the broad daylight. Over to you, Pastor.
Thank you, Mad Dorothy, because it's laughable to actually see that after our people have been killed for 9 years, because Atanganji was given one Saturday to be in Bamenda here in Chiruma. A Saturday we gave off for our people because the country was already locked down for the past 2 weeks. Then we gave that Saturday we put to buy their food because we're going to lock the country down again for the coming week that was leading to the elections. They come in that one Saturday and make propaganda. Dr. Elad, is this stupidity of first category or what? That people in Ambazonia voted 100%. Where did they even vote? We saw some scattered places where few people were there. And they went, what do they mean by 100%? Dr. Elad, please.
Yes. This is matter as in the beginning about lying, and it is even many people have written on that. So you ask, is it stupidity or first degree of? Yeah, it's stupidity of the first degree. So we should just put it like that because many people have written on this issue of lying, and we have seen it even among us. That many people lie and lie and lie and even start believing their own lie.
Right.
Probably has lied until they believe it has become for them. It's something they know how
Dr.
to
Elad,
even because take for example, do you hear me?
yeah, I was going to say that your internet was a little bit acting up there, but I think it's corrected now. We can hear you clearly now. You can go ahead.
Yes, so as I said, that the people have lied and started believing their own lie themselves. So you can see that when I am taking the main polling station in Bamenda, the Al Jazeera reporter, this guy who is in Nigeria, was there in the so-called election, was there, showed the main polling station in Bamenda, and there were not up to 20 people there. And they even said 20 people registered. But La Republique produced a list on that very polling station. It's in the net. Everybody can go and check. 2,000 people voted. 20 people registered and 2,000 people voted. And La Republique came with 100%. Because I don't want to repeat what Matt Dorothy just said. Or you said
Right.
that after 9 years of killing our own people, their own Betty Bulu woman, I've forgotten that woman's name. Before this, I will find that name. The woman was on Equinox with one other person. They were totally against. I think it was Madam Com Alice who spoke, the lawyer woman. That woman made the same statement you guys. She said, "You go and kill, you fight them for 9 good years, burn their villages, displace all of them. They have run away from their country. They are in different countries as refugees out there. Who are the people who voted? And even if they were back home, after you've killed them for years. They will still come and vote 100% for you. And are they stupid? So these are the things. Make it clear that we should propagate this out there to make sure that our people know that they are using their names. You see, the ones I've seen that they have lost, yeah, they have doesn't hold again on the ground. Their feet doesn't hold again on the ground. They have lost for in their country. They have lost their western province, the Bamileke. They lost Littoral. They lost the northern. Even in their own, they lost the military. They are quick to tell people that Amazonia and really Amazonia voted us 100%, which is a fat big lie. Number one, the Amazonia. Number two, they lied. We never voted for them. We never participated in their election. They saw Tanganyika was dividing back rice. Some certain people organized them to come and take the rice. And then Chil own and propagate his own mafia discussion. And he did that. Even said those who even voted.
Dr. Elad, we're still getting some technical issues getting you clearly, but I think you can work on that. Let's take the video. Let's take our first video today. You see my monologue. I was talking about privileged slaves. I don't want to call anybody a privileged slave in a home front, but when you see some of our brothers crying on the Memphis program, still advocating for a federation, you ask yourself, are these in their rightful mind? Is it a fear to start a new country that is possessing them? Or what is their problem? That we are about to get our freedom, yet people like this are so afraid of the freedom that they are still begging to live in the Federation of Cameroon. If the studio is ready, let's play our first video, the list that we have. Thank you so much, Chairman. All right. While we wait for that video to come on, what I want Amazonians to understand is that we did not lose 65,000 people for a federation. We did not lose our markets being burned down, hospitals burned down, villages burned down to go and advocate for any federation with Issa Chiroma. We do not have time for that. That's distraction. That's distraction. So we are standing for.
In 2025, we are not supposed to be wasting the lives, especially of young men and women, over something that we are supposed to have a solution, over an election where people are not supposed to be killed. This is not the whole definition of democracy, where elections are the will of the people, reflect the wishes and aspirations of the common man and woman. It's unfortunate that with the way we toy with human life in this country, the way we show disregard and disdain for human beings, and the worthlessness in the lives of Cameroonians, it is very unfortunate. So I feel sad. I feel saddened by the loss of lives, destruction of property, and the time that we are wasting, whereas we're supposed to be building a nation, not only for today, but for future Cameroonians.
We saw you with Issa Chiroma Bakare prior to the election, and you actually endorsed him as you saw him as the candidate for the people and a candidate that can bring the change that Cameroon needs. But on Monday, yesterday, the Constitutional Council declared something different from what many Cameroonians expected, including certainly yourself and Issa Chiroma Bakare. How do you feel that he is not the winner of the October 12th election?
Well, maybe let me just take you a little bit back. Well, yes, I endorsed Issa Chiruma. It was a process. I'd met Issa Chiruma twice before endorsing him. I met him twice. Then I traveled. I sent him a letter in which I articulated, it was more of a private letter, certain things that if he assures me that he could do it for my people in this sense is the people of the Southwest and Northwest region, if he could do these things to them, I would endorse him and I would join him on the campaign trail. And I informed him that I'd never endorsed anybody. And I made sure, and I said clearly in my letter to him, that this is not about my personal gain. It's about the people that I feel that I represent. That to me, he was the people's choice. He was the candidate of the coalition. And when I talk about a coalition, I'm not talking necessarily about a coalition of political parties. In an interview that I'd given somewhere, I'd said that when the political leaders, if they fail to come together, the people and the civil society should come together and decide and determine their candidate. And that is what happened. So he was a coalition candidate of the people of Cameroon. And that's something which is important. So we did the campaign respecting the laws to the best of our abilities. And from the information that we got, Mr. Chiruma is supposed to have won the elections. And what was logical was that the Constitutional Council would respect ELECAM first, and subsequently the Constitutional Council would respect the wishes and aspirations of the people who voted for Mr. Chiruma. Unfortunately, yesterday, the Constitutional Council, which is a body that was created by Mr. Biya, handpicked members of the council to, tailor-made to satisfy his whims and caprices, to play to his biddings, did the obvious in the eyes of those who appointed him as the winner of the election.
My work is easy because I use ClickUp. Here's how I keep track of all my tasks. I start by brain dumping everything I need to get done in a list view. Next, I set a priority and a due date to keep things on track. I create custom statuses to organize my progress exactly how I want it. I like to add the action items field so AI can show me the next steps. I add my teammates as watchers so they're in the loop. ClickUp makes work easy, from personal projects to running a multi-billion-dollar company. Click the link below to create your workspace for free.
What if you never had to prospect again? We'll do it for you. Introducing Lucia Playlists.
It's unfortunate because it was a sad day, a bitter day for this country, for the progress that the gains that we have made as a country in terms of democracy and openness. We took steps behind because of the fact that the wishes of the people wasn't respected by ELECAM and the Constitutional Council.
Looking at the results in these regions that favored President Paul Biya, more than 80% in the Northwest, more than 60% in the Southwest. How do you feel seeing that? Because we've seen a lot of condemnations from people from these regions.
Maybe it was a farce. It's the biggest scam that has happened in this century. In the history of electioneering, racketeering, and theft, this would go down as the biggest in the history of humankind. If you were to equate these to the gravity of crimes, these would morph to a level of electoral genocide. That is the level. It is a crime against a people with an intent to show to the world that people who for the last 8 years have been displaced from their homes, have been arbitrarily arrested and detained. Some have been maimed. Their villages have been burned. They have not been able to go to school. Their brothers and sisters are refugees. They would vote for the perpetrator of these heinous crimes against their people. This is the worst crime that I have seen in this country for a long time. It is embarrassing. It is disgusting. And I will tell you that the people who are part of this widespread and systematic election theft, they have lost any respect I have for them in my eyes. Whether you call them honorable, whether you call them chiefs, whether you call them senators, they are as midgetal in my eyes like anything. They don't need any respect in the eyes of anybody. You cannot tell me, it is unfathomable that you will tell me that in the Southwest and the Northwest, Mr. Bia had the scores he had. In places where the elections could not be rigged, in Fako, for example, he was clearly defeated. They came up with imaginary votes. Ministers, these are people who teach their kids that stealing, lies telling, fraud should be punishable. And they use that as a badge of honor. They are using that for them to maintain their position in government. They are dishonorable persons in my eyes. And I think in the eyes of every sane and reasonable person from the Southwest and Northwest, none of them. And I don't want to use very hard language like Bibi would say, I will spit on their graves, but what they have done to the people of this region, it's
Thank you so much, Chairman. It's quite unfortunate we can't play all of that because we already, the concept is one. Madoroti, I don't know what Barrister Bala is trying to say there. I don't know how long somebody like Barrister Bala should learn. You see, my monologue about slaves refusing to be free was gearing toward this kind of people that I don't know whether is he afraid for a free Ambazonia. He saw this happen to Nijon Fundi. Election was stolen from Nijon Fundi in 1992. It was stolen from Kamto in 2017. Now he's still crying like somebody that is just born today. It's like he doesn't know. Is it like he doesn't understand La Republique's demographic or how they work? Is there any democracy in any of the French colonies? I don't know what he's talking about. Madoti, let me begin with you because I know you always talk short. Elaborate more. It's sickly,
Yes. To me, I'm happy to see Barrister Bala frustrated. In fact, he was speaking, it was like we are the ones speaking. He talked of he talked of ignoring people. He said the way he feels about the elites, call them honorable, call them chiefs, he has no respect for them. And that the will of the people was not regarded. He blames the Elekam. The fun is that when they asked him that, was he expecting anything different? He said no. How can you be angry when you said you are not expecting anything different? He said that
why were
Bia
you
was the one
voting?
who he said that Bia was the one who appointed the people, so it is obvious that the people have to do what Bia wanted. So why
To be candid,
are you frustrated? Why are you frustrated, Agbobala? You first of all, you've shown yourself to be the leader of the civil society. You have shown yourself to be the leader of the Federalists. And now you are saying that you represent the aspiration of the people of Northwest and Southwest. Now that you are frustrated, how are you going to, is federation the answer to your people's needs? Is that what your people want? Is that what your people want? You thought that the answer was in Chiroma's election? What Ambazonians won is in Chiroma's election? Barrister Bala, whatever it is, I listen to your frustration. All I can say is that you are heading to a dead-end road. The people that you care for, the way you are taking them for a solution is wrong. It's a dead-end road. You might want to start reconsidering where you stand when it comes to your people, if you genuinely love your people, if you put the interest of Northern Zone, Southern Zone before your own personal interest, you need to reconsider. Over to you, Pastor.
And thank you, Mark Dorothy. He said there that he had already talked with Chiruma on behalf of his people. What was he talking to Chiruma on behalf of Ambazonians? That Ambazonians want to lose 65,000 of their people, 800 villages burned down, markets burned down, people killed, to come and accept some kind of a federation with Chiruma in La République du Cameroon. Come on now, Barrister Bala, wake up and smell the coffee. Is the serpent a green snake, a black snake, a python? All are snakes. All the Republicans are the same. Whether you are trying to sign a deal with Chiruma, you're trying to sign a deal with La République du Cameroon government, which you are so disappointed with, it's the same people. They have not changed. The modus operandi in Paris is the same thing. Chiruma will come and follow. Barrister Bala, please, you are educated. Rise up and know the truth and stand for the truth with your people. Don't be deceived. I don't know. Colonel Elad, what do you think about his frustration? He expressed the frustration when they stole the elections for Kamto. He went to advocate. He was talking there, and nobody even considered them. Now he still expressed the same frustration. Nobody even cares. When will he stand up to stand with Ambazonians? Is the question we're asking him. Dr. Elad, please.
Yeah, thank you, Pastor Victor. I don't know now how my voice is coming. I think I will manage. You guys said it all about. I don't need to add because I was watching and I thought I was the one who just repeated all what I said. Yeah.
Dr. Ella, your internet is still very, very frustrating. It's cutting on and off. I don't know why. We can barely hear you. I don't know whether there's a way you can go out and come back
Let me
in.
see.
Yeah. Please try to do something around
do.
that. Madoti, another thing I gathered from him why Dr. Ella takes care of that internet issue is that he
I am back. I want to still talk about this issue. Please.
yes, we'll wait for you when you come in. Yeah, when you're back,
ahead,
you still
Dr.
talk about
Elad.
the issue indeed. Yeah. Go back out and come back in. Let's see, maybe your internet will get better, or if you are on your, I don't know which device you are using, you could change it. But we'll wait on you to come back and respond to this. But Madoti, one of the things that I gathered again from him there is him saying that he wanted the Republic government to respect the will of the people. My God. Don't you know by now that the Republic government doesn't care about the will of the people? Is it some fact? I don't know. Is it Bala? These are some of the early that we know that should, if you wake them from the sleep to tell you about the Republic, they can tell you without even blinking. This guy know these people are experts in stealing elections. He know they don't respect the will of the people. He know they don't care about the people. Talk less of Ambazonians. Then he is talking about negotiating some deal with Chiruma for his people. Please, I don't believe you, Barrister Bala. The people of Ambazonia don't need any negotiation between Chiruma for them. Because I don't know what you're going to go negotiate. For a federation, that they have killed all our people like this for a federation, for some configuration of some two-state, even if it's two-state federation, we don't want it. Because we have asked you this question. See, you started standing for this federation. We said, have you answered on what happened to the first federation before you are advocating for another federation? You have not answered what happened to the first federation. And it's the same demonic La Republic you are dealing with. The same serpent, the same Mboma that you are dealing with. He has not changed. You are still trying to go cut another deal with him. Barrister, please, are you afraid to be a free Ambazonian? Are you so caught in the cocoon of La Republic that, like I was reading the history of the African Americans who were freed, yet they still remained to be slaves because they didn't know how they were going to approach life out there? I believe you can handle this. Ambazonians, even our fathers in the villages, can handle this. They know that if Ambazonia is free today, they will have a better life than what they have with La Republic. Talk less of somebody like you. Why can't you have that in mind? You know, that you can have a better in the light of we having a free land than to have some kind of configuration of or some federation with La Republic. Dorothea, you're welcome to the show, and it's a pleasure to have you. You come at a key time when we were trying to just digest the video of Barrister Bala when Mememofo was asking him his take about La Republic elections, and he was expressing his frustration that they were rigged. And we are like, didn't you know it was going to be rigged? How many times they said the first fool is not a fool? You were first fool in Frundi. They didn't call you a fool. Now you became a second fool in Camto. Now you want to be a third fool. Come on now. Come on now. So I don't know.
Victor, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes. We can hear you now. And your video looks better now, Claire. Just remain the way you are and where you are. Don't move. Don't change anything. Don't greet the people and weigh in on that before I bring Dr. Ellard in, since you just came on the show. You are muted. You are muted, please. You are muted.
Yeah, sorry about that. Thank you so much, Pastor Victor. Greetings, Ma Dorothy. Greetings, Dr. Ellard. Fellow Ambazonians at home and in the diaspora. This is November of 2025. So many things are happening this November of 2025, including the decolonization meeting, special session meeting that's going to be going on at the United Nations. We can talk about that at a later time. But so many things is happening. And amidst all of the good things that are happening that are supposed to be working for the revolution, there are things that are happening that are trying to steer the international community not to pay attention to the fight that has been going on for over 8 years now and 9 years in counting. I'm talking about the distraction that is happening in neighboring La République du Cameroon. The people of the neighboring La République du Cameroon needs to make up their mind if they want to fight in a revolution to take of their country, to cause chaos and burn down places and steal from people's shops and whatever, and then later on go back to work or go back to things as normal. But it's going to distract the international community from the plight of the Ambazonian people, that the plight of the people of the former Southern Cameroons, the plight of the independence of the people of Ambazonia. Nothing is going to distract the international community because we are here working tirelessly daily, on a daily basis, minute by minute, commenting or reporting or talking to people that have influence in Washington, D.C. As a matter of fact, we have somebody in Washington, they visiting Washington, D.C. today, that will be talking to some people in Washington, D.C. today in regards to our plight. We've already contacted them several meetings had several meetings last month, and they're entering Washington, D.C. today. So we're keeping our fingers crossed that things are going to be happening for the people of Ambazonia sooner than later on. Yes, Pastor Victor, in regards to your question about our brother Abo Bala, I mean, it's really unfortunate that is somebody of his caliber that is acting in the capacity in which he's acting. Abo Bala was seen to be a leader during the consortium in 2016, is now being seen as a follower, and not only a follower, but like a blind follower someone that doesn't know what he wants or where he's going. If the Abo Bala knows the plight of the people of the former British Southern Cameroon, is not a president in neighboring La République du Cameroon, nor the government of the La République du Cameroon or the regime in La République du Cameroon, the final outcome for the people of Ambazonia. The plight of the people of Ambazonia cannot be determined by Issa Choroma. Oh, come on. It's very painful hearing Abo Bala saying that he submitted whatever letter or whatever thing he submitted to Issa Choroma if he do that. What is he asking Issa Choroma? Can Issa Choroma give the Ambazonia people independence? He can barely win in La Republic du Cameroon and even be acknowledged for the victory that he's supposed to have. So it's really unfortunate. The plight of the Ambazonia people is very simple. They're reversing the horrible betrayal that happened in the 90s, making sure that the people of Ambazonia get their independence. And we have to speak that all the time when we are talking. There is no political leader in La Republique du Cameroon that is going to want us to have our freedom because they are feeding off the people of Ambazonia. All of our resources, all of our minerals, everything they're collecting from our territory, they're not going to want to give up. So we cannot go to them. You know, the international community. I'm going to speak this to Abu Bala. The international community is expecting him to lead, to stand up and speak up the truth for the people of Ambazonia, for them to have their independence. It's unfortunate that he's going and he's running after a political figure in La République du Cameroon, of which we still don't even have clarity if he's a real opposition leader or he's just part of the regime creating chaos for distraction there to create distraction at the level of the international community. So it's really painful, you know. Thank you so much, Pastor
Thank
Victor. I
you.
hope I answered your question. Let me
Yes,
not take
thank you
too
so
much
much.
time.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. No, that's fine. You had to do your intro, then you answer that question. Dr. Ella, you weigh in on that question, please. I know you almost said we said everything, but you didn't, at least you still have something to tell us. You know Bala better than some of us, you know.
Well, the thing is, I've already made it here clear that I is a junior man of mine, and I know him that is somebody. You see, if you listen to him carefully, you realize that he made it clear that it was towards the last moment that he realized that it was about winning, gathering momentum. Then he jumped to Chiroma, not because of what Chiroma can do, it's because he has already had it in mind that Chiroma will win, and he woefully forgot himself that he's dealing with, as you rightly said, a black snake, a green snake, a viper, or whatever. They are all snakes. He's dealing with them. So he had that confidence that the international community, which I hate that word, but let me just use it for the purpose of discussion. Because when they say international community, they always talk of the West and America, as if the other people are not international. He was thinking that they would jump in now, proud to the Paul Biya, the picture that they have put on the wall, people are voting for, and all those ups and downs, the people will say, no, that regime cannot, we will intervene in it. Unfortunately for them, nobody has made any statement till today. So he is disappointed and bitter that he would have sat quiet and don't say anything and don't support anybody. Just feel free. He already secured he knew very well that as Chiroma is going to the, as they call it, he's getting a ministerial position. So he was working for himself. He represents nobody. I hear him say he talks of the people he is representing. I ask myself, who is he representing?
Right.
Who is he representing? Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell the people, who is he representing? Representing somebody in court as a lawyer is different from representing a people. So this is something we have to find out. But let me base my argument on one thing, and this is addressed to the people of Ambala. That is what concerns me, because he spoke the same thing that I said concerning the 80 and 60% one in the southern zone and 80 in the northern zone, and he said that is the biggest scam on earth. Everybody knows that is the biggest scam. But what I'm saying is, They are doing everything in order to put us into their problem. Because our people have decided to stay indoors, stay home, go on with their businesses as from tomorrow. They are not going to respect any ghost town that has been put forth by the La Republic people in their territory. We are not. And if
Well,
up
so,
till now that we are talking,
Dr. Ella, we're coming to that. Let me know, cut it short. We're still coming to that point because we have another couple of videos to play so that we'll really talk on that immensely. If the studio is ready, we could take that other video that late Cardinal Tumi was actually giving the statistics of the vote. We're doing this so that we want Ambazonians to know where we in the diaspora stand and where they should stand. And not listening to people like Bala, because if in the days of Cardinal Tumi, he made that census and had those statistics, yeah, people are more resolute to be free than to be in some kind of a federation. So if you have that video, let's get it. Thank you. All right. While we wait on our studio to get us that video out there, I want us to know that
you have to listen to the Anglophones. There's a problem.
No, the form of the state.
The form of the state. You know, in our questionnaire to Anglophones, we try to influence the Anglophone opinion, but we did not succeed. Therefore, it shows how deep the problem is.
When you say you tried to influence,
we tried to influence.
How?
Good question. When we said, what form of government do you think can solve this problem? Federation, for example. Decentralization, as we are trying to live it now. I think just about 4 or 5 people reacted out of 1,000. 69% of Anglophones said absolute, the word they used, many used was absolute separation. That is to say, cessation. What? Who was taken aback?
Cessation was not on the questionnaire. You had federalism and decentralization.
Yes.
And they ignored the two.
But then we said, have you any other proposition to make? We left it open. Have you other proposition? But many said in the questionnaire, acting on outside the questionnaire, said we should have proposed also a referendum. They said no, a referendum is not a form of state, form of government.
And when you look at that reaction, what do you read within the lines? What would you conclude is the stand of?
We drew the conclusion. We drew the conclusion because we have a document now. The causes, the propositions of those who reacted to our questionnaire, about 1,000 people, and then our own, what we think. For those who reacted to our questionnaire, 69% are convinced that if we want to love each other, that is to say, if the Anglophones and Francophones want to live as brothers and sisters. Absolute separation on the level of government. That is important.
And that is what sounds like a taboo.
Our position is that everything should be put on the table. There should be no taboo. That's our own position. But not that it is our own, not that we are saying that we should absolute separation, but we say whatever the opinion of some, let us listen to him. But
secession should be on the table of discussion,
yes,
in the national dialogue.
Let them try to convince us. If they convince us, we should take it. If it's convincing. That is why I think personally.
Are you saying that if the people who are standing for secession convincingly present their point of view, President Paul Biya should accept to separate Cameroon?
Of course.
Is it feasible?
It's possible, since it is human. It's not the law of God. We were not that. We were separate. Were we not? We were.
Do you think that separation is going to solve this problem? Personally, do you think that separation can solve this problem?
Of course.
This is where we talk about the will of the people. The will of the people is separation. You cannot fake it. Now, we play these kind of videos and we comment on this kind of videos because we want the Ambazonian people to know what we really want, especially the privileged slaves that work for the Republic of Yaoundé, who see freedom in their eyes but do not want to be free. Now, Mad Dorothy, again, let me begin with you. You saw Cardinal Tumi saying that categorically.
Pastor Victor,
yes, sir.
Please, I know you are the commander-in-chief of the studio. Can I just say a statement before you give it to Mad Dorothy?
Okay, go ahead. Let you lose your friend of thought. That's fine.
I want you to really, again, hammer this point that when you listen to late Cardinal Tumi, he was always saying we, let us,
yep,
we, us, and
that
let
is
them
it.
talk to us, let them convince us, and he ended it by saying we were separate. Not so.
That is it.
We were separate.
I got that. I caught that also. That's true.
Yeah. So that point should be noted. That what we are doing is not something that some people say that will not think. Some terrorists. It is legal, and that is why till today, some of us, like particularly me, who openly all over the place moves and talk to the political people and express the Ambazonia vision out there. No one, people say, be careful, they will arrest you. Nobody can arrest me because I am doing the right thing. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for making that point. And I equally remark that point of Cardinal Tumi always saying we and us. Means he was saying he stands for a free Ambazonia. Like John Lutumbe also said until he died, standing for a free Ambazonia. These are patriots of Ambazonia that we rose up in 2016, they were still alive, who died standing for Ambazonia. Then what is this false that we are seeing from young elites like this? Mad Dorothy, your take, please, before we lose our free of thought here.
Thank you, Pastor Victor. I'm so happy with this video because there are certain facts there that I would really appreciate if Ambazonians can ask Barrister Bala to answer. This is an authentic document. It's about 400 pages long. That's what the Cardinal said. It was carefully put together by the leaders of civil society, men of integrity. Does is he aware of this document? Does he know that there is a 400-page document representing the wishes of the people that he claims he represents? Is he aware of this document? If he is aware of this document, why is he not standing on these facts to defend his people? Why is he sweeping it under the carpet as La Republic are doing? They don't want to. He should be talking based on the results of the census. First of all, separation was not on the ticket, on the thing, on the
On the
census.
table.
No, there was
Yeah.
on it. It was not. But the
Yeah.
people put it there, which means that deep in the heart of the people, that is what they want. And what is Agbobala saying? That federation is what the people want? That he is speaking for the people? Can he explain to Ambazonians why there is a document like this that represents what they want and he is not using that document? He is ignoring that document. He is not following what the results of that census say. Why is he not using this document to defend his people as he claimed they are his people? Dr. Agbobala needs to answer this to Ambazonians. He is talking about federation, and the federation here that he is talking about is decentralization. It is not even a two-state federation because it will never be on the table. The United Nations described two-state federation. La Republique said yes when they stood up and they walked away. So two-state federation is a taboo. As the journalist clearly said, it is a taboo. So now, what federation are you talking about, Agbobala? You are talking about decentralization, and you say it is a wish of your people, and you say the people's wishes should be respected. Are you respecting the wish of the Ambazonian people? Barrister Bala needs to answer this to Ambazonians, why he is championing federation. He needs to explain to Ambazonians why he is championing federation when there is a document like this existing. And this was done in
The right thing to
early
tell him is
2019.
that the wish of the people is for a free Ambazonia, because like you heard, but Kadatumi said there, even for somebody like Anu, that in some few years back, he and Tebonagi were talking about some referendum. He said referendum is not a form of state, and we cannot be advocating for referendum. So people like Anu should stop talking about referendum and federation, because there's not a form of state. So he should be asked the question, to represent the will of the people is to represent the will of the people that are standing for their freedom in Ambazonia. Dr. Tina, let me tell you a take before I come back to Madaroti, before you lose your friend of school of thought there.
Yeah, thank you so much, Pastor Victor. I mean, Christian Kadinatumi, which is someone that I really admire, had been a real good patriot for the struggle and stood for the truth. And for the most part, even though he knew the power of the colonial regime, and he knows how powerful they are, he was not afraid to speak the truth. You saw clearly in that interview that he did his census, he came back and was not afraid to say what the majority of the Ambazonian people think about being colonized by La République du Cameroun all of this while. Yeah, most of the time, and one of the things I hate to hear, because even here at the diplomatic quarters, they use the term instead of getting La République colonial administrations out of the territory, because we were never part of La République du Cameroun, like he rightly said. In 1960, was getting their Cameroon was getting their independence. 1960, sorry, when they were getting their independence, we weren't part of them. Yes, so we were not part of them in January 1st, 1960, when they were getting their independence. So, and even when we came to join them, we never joined. So we are not separating. We are just getting them out of our territory. We are not separating of them. Even the fake map that they are showing everywhere that is La République du Cameroon, at the level of the United Nations, that map does not exist. There are two separate countries at the United Nation. We have to speak the truth That's what our supposed civil society leaders or leaders on the ground need to do. They need to be able to stand up and speak the truth. It's unfortunate that Abu Bala has, I don't know, he has compromised his position. I will say it very clearly here, because like Maduroti was saying, that what they are rooting for is that fake 10-state federation or 10-state decentralization that they're looking towards. It's not like even a 2-state federation when you even talk about it. But getting a 2-state federation is not even an option. Not after the Republic of Cameroon has killed over 60,000 of our people, burned down over 850 villages. Over 500,000 suffers there and refugee camps all over Central Africa, or scattered all over Africa. Not when our people have been like 1.2 million internally displaced and 2.5 million internally externally displaced. Not now. Federation is not a topic of conversation. All those that are talking about federation are those that have been compromised by the regime. Now they have changed their position from fighting for a free and independent Southern Cameroon, now talking about some fake federation. And all of those holding PhDs in the diaspora that are going around looking for jobs and being afraid that the La République government or the regime in Cameroon was going to either submit a complaint against them and they will not have a job. They're the ones that goes around and they're propagating that false information talking about federation. But the people of Ambazonia are steadfast. And the truth of the matter is that the international community, they are aware of this. So all of those that are deceiving themselves, talking about federation, thinking that, oh, they are doing something good, all of the international community, those are the international community, sees them for who they are. They are traitors. They are spoilers. They are enablers that are pushing or helping the enemy to keep killing our people. They are enablers, big enablers. Those so-called elites there in the Republic of Cameroon going around claiming to be the elites of our people, be feeding off of the innocent blood of our people. Those are the real spoilers. So the international community knows them. So we cannot really emphasize on it. What I'm going to tell Abu Bala, and this is my own personal opinion, and this is what I'm thinking. He could have better shut up and just stay quiet in the back than going to be propagating and be making a fool of himself. Like what I'm saying him, like, it's like they've useless him. The regime has really useless him. Even him going and supporting Chiroma and thinking that Chiroma is going to do anything. Look at where he finds himself now. Look at where all of them find themselves. They've been useless completely and been dumb. So, but the people of the people of Ambazonia, the people of the former British Southern Cameroon, they are still steadfast in making sure that they get their independence. And what we are doing here in the diaspora is to make sure that we advocate. We get into the quarters that need be to make sure that they have this information about the resistance that our people are holding on the ground. Because Cameroon is paying lobbies here to cover up all of their mess. But we are here exposing all of their mess. And we want to let our people know that the resistance that they've been holding on the ground is been yielding fruits. Yes, the international community is watching what they are doing, and we will not fail. Eventually, they will give us the recognition because there is clear evidence that the people of the former British Southern Cameroon are a separate people from the people of the Republic of Cameroon. So I think so far, they've been doing really well there on the ground in making sure that they resist the colonizers, and we're pushing it here in the diaspora to make sure that we succeed. All those enablers on the ground will be exposed. And let me say this to the Abu Balas and all of those that are working with La République Cameroon. The day the international community will want to grant our people their independence, they will not come and consult with you. I'll just make this very clear. With the advocacy work that we're doing, they're not going to come and consult with them. They're just going to wake up to see that result, that this is what the decision they've taken, that the international community has taken. Because while there's chaos picking up in La République du Cameroon, the international community needs to bring some sanity somehow. So we are hoping that that decision should come sooner than later. Thank you so much, Pastor Victor.
Thank you. While the next video is being prepared to come on the air, Dr. Ella, did you want to add something or Madoti on that?
Yeah, I wanted to conclude. I didn't conclude on that.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Yes. So I want every Ambazonian to ask every federalist or anybody that is against us being totally independent. First, do they know about that document? Do they accept the results of that census as being legit? If they say yes, then you ask them, how is federation going to be the answer? How is federation going to be the answer? Any federalist who is claiming that he is speaking on behalf of Ambazonians and is aware of that document is a liar. Our people, I mean, if they were to do another census today, it will be more than 69% who want a total independence. It will be more than 69. And just the fact, the most recent evidence to show the people's wish, Agwabala, is when Chiroma went to Bamenda and said, let's sing our national anthem. The people refused. He went to Boyans, did the same thing. The people refused. Is that not showing you, Agwabala, who claims to be the leader of civil society, the leader of federalists, does this not show to you the refusal to sing the anthem and that 400-page document by civil society? Isn't that enough evidence to show that you are in the wrong path? You are taking the people to the wrong path. Ambazonians, do not let these elites, these so-called elites, get away with this fact. Question them about these facts. Over to you, Pastor Victor.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Studio, if you are ready with our next video, let's take that before we go on to comment. Thank you.
So while the studio is coming up with the next video, I really want to encourage every leader or civil society leader on the ground. Let the struggle be our personal responsibility and not some individuals, and not for some individuals. I want to make it very clear that every civil society or every leader, even quarterhead, has a vital role to play in this struggle. Please lead. I say this to everyone on the ground. Please lead in any way possible that will push this revolution forward. Lead in any way possible that will kick the colonial masters, colonial administrators out of our territory in making sure that we get our recognition as an independent nation. Please lead. Don't leave it for selected few. And don't think that is someone else's job to do. Even those on the ground, contact us via this media, this TV station, Facebook page, and let us tell you how you can get involved or the things you can do from the ground that will make an impact in the international community. Please lead. A simple civil society leader on the ground, anyone on the ground, lead, please. And let's get this recognition the quickest way and the quickest time possible, please. Thank you. It cannot be just...
Yes, I will make this video for Pidgin because this video it be meant for Anglophones, Anglophone Cameroonians. I hope say now we all would only see which way it happen. I hope everybody they see which way it happen. Nor these them, army them, they know the green me the key person. From Gandere, Marwa, Garwa, they know the green me any person, temper for key one of their person. Yeah, on the people them, they don't want to say this me any man, me any person, key one person inside their place. But we Anglophones, I don't know who swear for we. I don't know who spoil we. Time where crisis be start for Northwest and Southwest. Now so brother the way they did military, the Kiwi pass every other military man inside this country. In fact, now ele brother they be work at the point people their houses. Say me they kill them. We know the shame. We know the shame. Why? Just because you want to beg for favor. Even inside politics, inside this country, the highest people where they get the worst reputation now Anglophones them for politics for this Cameroon. The worst reputation inside politics for Cameroon now Anglophone they get up. Now wait till the worry we. Why it be say we Anglophones they will no one for see our brother they meet a breed. Wait to be wrong with we. Mona begin learn now how many days Chakara don't they don't born everywhere. How many people they don't kill? But if you for being a Northwest and Southwest, they don't, that's more than 1,000 people that don't quarrel. And you want to look inside that 1,000 where they quarrel, about 5,000 for be people the way they quarrel when so their own blood kill them. Chai, more begin get shame, more get sense. Because we no get sense. More learn how to protect our own. Mu learn how to fight, build our own self. Mu know the betray ourselves. Because every bad thing we one come for this war, Anglophone side, now elites them, they go bring up. Every bad thing they happen for we, now elites and be responsible. Chai, mu will change. Mu change. Now we say if you like I will change. If you like I will not change. See how way people that they protect their brothers them, see how way they protect their families them. But for we, when it come for Anglophones them, now so brother they will come up because of longer truth. They will go say we all. I beg.
Thank you, Chairman. I know there was another one too that was just following this. I would have loved us to just take that so that we just comment on the board at once. But if we
I don't tell you now, but Douala, we have social media on I talk say they Anglophone them all can stand for road. We need to stand for road. We need to fight nothing but my sister. Yeah, but tell you now. Any man we go to say we need to fight. We my sister begin to also need to fight. You understand for road. We don't over suffer. We don't suffer 9 years. But do not to suffer here. I'm here because they talk. More massive suffer for this country. We concern. Make us stop for road. Make the one of the stop at now. The people my sister because they talk. Let me talk. Show them my sister all man beauty. Business go on for our town. We don't get nothing to do. What you go my prime minister? We know we. So no matter if the minister, if you know we say we not come up for, we need fights. Don't be crying to him and say here ring, a boy here ring, a bamenda, here ring, here kick a shot me that Douala, Amariwa Gariwa. Nous sommes pas avec vous, hein? Nous sommes pas avec vous. Marc Barata, with due respect. Marc Barata, they respect you the grand. No come on social media, you got to get English. Someone come outside. If you know what you're for Silver Southwest for the war, not talking against someone come outside because my sister suffer. I don't lost 5 brothers, 1 sister. See my finger and nobody war. If you try, you get Mark Barata, I go vex to you. You show you for the America way there. Because we don't over suffer for Cameroon and we don't suffer for my sister for Boya. Thank you. As you hear, Douala, we never see us so. We never all the land of Bonaberi. When I give you house here for 1 room, 50,000. When I come boy, I'll give you 1 room for 100,000. 1 room block house for 500,000. When I'm my trip for Douala, when I see us so, oh, Ebuka, picking for my 16. As you wash them, you share them, then you comment, you like them. Ebuka, no be cho.
Yes, that looks funny, but it's a reality. That looks funny, but it's a reality. And we heard the cry from the other guy talking about how Muslim military people have refused, and that is the crack in the wall of La Republique military now. How, and you know, 3/4 of the military in La Republique are Muslims. If there are 4,000 Muslim, or whatever, 4,000 military people, over 1,500 will be from the Muslim people. So a big crack in La Republique's wall in their military. But the lesson we want to tell and to teach or to learn from this as Ambazonians is that it's more than high time we stop selling our brothers for La Republique, or stop killing your own brother because of Atanganje or because of some godfather or some Ambazonia elite that give you 5,000 or 10,000. Now the Nordics have come to show us a true word of patriotism, what patriotism means. So, Madhuroti, your take on those 2 videos?
Yes. You know, when I listened to the first video, I'm like, my God, these are people, La Republic, we're looking them as drunkards. They don't know anything. All they know is bread and sardine. But these people are more disciplined than us. I felt so ashamed as an Ambazonian.
Indeed.
They looked at us, they picked what is good for them. And what did they pick from us? They picked lockdowns, economic sabotage. That is what they are using. They picked something that is good for them. But what do? We take the wrong thing. We pick the wrong thing. We pick the wrong thing. Killing our own brothers. Killing our own brothers. Can we now shamefully deny that aspect of killing our own brothers, viewing our own brothers as enemies, and try to emulate from La Republique to save our brothers, to fight to preserve life? Because life does not matter to especially the elites. I was so happy that he pinpoint elites in Ambazonians. They're the ones that have destroyed, that have betrayed Ambazonians. We are in this mud because of elites. Because of elites. If you look into it, he said that if you look at the worst politicians, they are Anglophones. And that is a fact. That is a fact. When you look at Atanganji, you look at Diongute, those are the people who make sure that we stay as slaves. They perpetrate evil on Anglophones, on Ambazonians, more than any other politician. Look at it. This guy was so much on the point. He made me, I'm like, wow, this is a wise person. He looked at it objectively. He looked at it objectively. La République, they have shown us what citizenship is about. They have shown us what patriotism is all about. They might look like fools. We laugh at them, but they are a lot better off. I was so surprised. I was so surprised. So I'm hoping that we Ambazonians, we can start looking at our attitude and start changing. Let us view life, our brother's life, let it matter to us. Let our brothers' lives matter to us. You go and show your brother's house, they kill. You go and show their hiding place, they kill. You kill. Look at when we started, all those big fighters, they're all gone. Not in the hands of La République, but in the hands of blacklegs and traitors. Can we learn?
Thank you, Madaroti.
Even the second guy, he said it all. La République, they don't care about you, Ambazonians. You love La République, but La République, they don't love you. They have shown the difference between you and them. They value their people, they don't value you. Can you learn that from them? Learn that from them. Stop laughing at them as drunkards and learn from them. Humble yourself and learn from La République. Over to you, Pastor Victor.
Thank you, Madaroti. Fellow Ambazonians, what we are trying to say is we may have made a mistake. We are talking to our fellow brothers in the military of La République. You may have made a mistake in the past because you were being deceived and you thought the right thing was to show the hiding place of your brothers or to go kill your brothers. But now you've learned from the Northeast. And you learn even from some of those Ewondos. Now the division in the military have kept people in isolation. Because when the people try to protect Bia, Northeast are trying to protect Chiroma. Who are you trying to protect? But you can learn from today. And also rise up and say, you can correct the errors of the past. We don't just want to bash down on you, our brothers in the Cameroon military, but you can correct the past and stand for your people too. A free ambassador will give you a better position in the military than anything. Congrats, your take on these two videos our brothers have spoken about. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Pastor Victor. Please let me just adjust my camera because it seems as if it went somehow. But I just want to make it clear here.
You are good.
Victor. Okay.
Yeah, you are good.
When Ma Dorothy was talking, and you know, some of who will not go school, I the one wonder this word elite, people call. So I have to go to Encyclopedia, Google, to find the term. And it's here, the term elite can mean different things depending on the context, but generally it refers to a small group of people who hold a disproportionate amount of power, influence, wealth, or status within a society organization. And the best, very quick, political elite. These are people who influence or control political decisions, economic resources, or major institutions, e.g., government officials, corporate leaders, high-ranking military officers. Okay, why I read this thing, now just like Ambazonians know that we don't have those type of people. Those ones who are up there in La Republique, they are just so-called winners, or how you call those who are feeding on chicken change. They don't have any political decision to make. They don't influence anything. They don't influence any decision. You see, they sit there in their Senate, and they just can't read a bill and say le président a signé le blah 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 de so and so million euros. Everything just passed. No discussion, no argument, nothing. So we should not convince ourselves that we have any of those people. Even here in the diaspora, we don't have them, because here in the diaspora, as Dr. Tita Riley said, we have people who are having their PhD, masters, they are looking for jobs and are afraid that their names can be sent to all over social media and internet, so that when the company clicks and sees you are an Ambazonia, it doesn't give you a job. For me, it's total bullshit. If I don't work in a company or in the government or wherever, I will create my own. I will be innovative. I will do something my own self that will even be better than the paycheck to paycheck that I'm receiving in this country that I live. So I just want to make it clear that when I was talking about this, you said we are going to go deeper into that. Thank God, these people who came out, they said the same thing that I was about to say. Yeah? And I hope people will go and look for that document that Christian Cardinal Tumi was talking about. People will realize, and I'm glad that we are opportune to get even two of these guys, but many, I've spoken to so many people down in Ambazonia. They are determined and they are seeing everything. How La Republique use us, send our own people to learn how to shoot their guns. That country, when I was still back in Ambazonia before leaving, there was a woman who challenged a colonel. I will never forget that thing. That colonel was beating up the woman's child, and that woman came there. The colonel had to push that woman aside, and that woman used a word to that colonel where I believe he has resigned from his duty. He said, "Which type of army are you? Have you ever even shot a bird? You are colonel for what? How did you reach that rank? Which war did you fight?" So I want us to make it clear that we are seeing the way the so-called gendarmes, look, thanks to this social media, Pastor Victor, Dorothy, thanks to this thing, we had that problem not long ago. They came to us. Everything is down. Villages. Agbobala listed everything, so I should not go there again and be listing them. But now, in their own territory, what are they doing? Protecting the people, not killing their people. Mayors, they are so-called mayors, governors, commissioners, colonel, general. They are going to the street, making with megaphones announcement, telling the people, "Do I have any problem with you people? We are living fine." You see, but did we have even that opportunity when they arrive our territory illegally? Whoever you are, women, children, you remember seizing a child from a mother and dropping it in the oil, cooked oil, this palm oil that the mother was making. Mommy Happy, Baby Mata, go to the school, shoot people children and kill indiscriminately. Hospitals burn down, shoot and kill, because they don't look at us as human. We are just physicists in front of them. But it is a lesson that now they are facing this. I wanted to say the same thing. Now they are facing almost what we had, double than what they had. And you see the way they protect their people. If we Ambazonians today, both in the diaspora and at home, don't realize to make sure we get our own country, mend our own things, put our constitution and everything in order, be the people of ourselves. If we cannot realize it today, then I don't know what to say again. I don't know what to say again, because it's not me who is supposed to sit on TV and be bringing up. The people back home are supposed to be talking about it. And that is why I will use this opportunity. I don't know whether you had it in your plan or your program to tell the people that we respected our country Sunday today. As from tomorrow, they should go out and do their normal business.
Yes, Dr. Ella, we're playing those videos now. That's the next thing we're going to talk on. Yeah, if the studio is ready with those videos, we can take them. They are short videos.
Marcher mon colo comme ça. Et pour sont bâchés. Minutieusement bâchés. Et puis quand il me place à mon colo, il me place comme ça, même quand j'ai comment fermé. Je croyais que c'est la règle. Ah, on ne le rêve pas. Fermé. Marcher mon colo comme ça. Et pour sont bâchés. Minutieusement bâchés. Et puis quand il me place à mon colo, il me place comme ça, même quand j'ai comment fermé. Je croyais que c'est la règle. Ah, on ne le rêve pas.
Même Bastos est vide, putain. Tout le monde a garé. Aucun oiseau en vue humaine. Aucun oiseau. Les gars ont vidé les blancheries. C'était la magie. C'est là qui est le fait de fini. Il n'y avait rien. Et comme moi, il fait 3 heures de temps. Il fait 3 heures de temps pour avoir le banc et tout. Même Bastos est vide, putain. Tout le monde a garé. Aucun oiseau en vue humaine. Aucun oiseau. Les gars ont vidé les blancheries. C'était la magie. C'est là qui est le fait de fini. Il n'y avait rien. Et comme moi, il fait 3 heures de temps. Il fait 3 heures de temps pour avoir le banc et tout. Même Bastos est vide, putain.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to do the one for Babusam. All right. Now we see the lockdown all over La République du Cameroon. There were 4 videos. We don't have time to watch the one for Douala and Babusam. But we can see that was Bastos in Yaoundé, where all the dignitaries, ambassadors, ministers, all these big people that make this their crook government, that's where they live. And Mokolo Market, the most popular market in Yaoundé, where everybody said I will go there to find for a living. We saw all of them quiet, lockdown. Now, somebody may say, why are we showing La République lockdown? This is what we want to tell La République government in these lockdowns. What we see in this lockdown, fellow Ambazonians, is that La République should learn something. That the people are not locking down and stay home because they are afraid of the military. It's an indictment on La République government that we have a new leader we are obeying, not you in Yaoundé. The world is watching it. The ambassadors, all the international community is watching this. And we are trying to tell the Republic that when you see a lockdown in Ambazonia, it's not because the people are afraid of military. It's because it's a vote by the people to say that you Yaoundé don't control Ambazonia anymore. We hear from our leaders who are in the diaspora, and we support a free Ambazonia, and that's why we respect Monday Goes Down. What better indictment do you want? What better vote do you want to see? This is happening in your own country now. Douala is locked down, Bafoussam is locked down, even Yaoundé is locked down. To tell you that it's not the people are not locking down because they are afraid of the military. They are locking down because they respect the function of a new leader, the command of a new leader, and that is the indictment they have given you, Yaoundé. Let Atanganji and Gongo and the rest of Yaoundé to hear this and know that that is the vote. It's another second vote to tell you that you have been voted out of power. And that is what we have been doing in Ambazonia for this number of years. You keep forcing us. You cannot force to rule a people on your own when they don't want you. Man, Dorothy, your take on that. That's what I reason from this lockdown. I don't know what you see from that.
Yes, what I've seen from this is a lesson for us Ambazonians to learn. You see, lockdown is 100%. This is good civil disobedience. Perfect. But Ambazonians,
right,
we don't have 100% lockdown. No. In Boya, either the council member or the mayor is out forcing people to go out. Or either Santa is not respecting Ghost Town, or Bamenda is respecting, Kumba is not respecting. Let us learn. Let us learn. This is something, civil disobedience is for the good of the people. Let us even try to maintain 100% Ghost Town. Let's make it 100%. Look at La Republique in Yaoundé. They can record 100%. We cannot. Let us learn from our mistakes. Let us be better people. Let us be a better people this time around.
Thank you. Come on, Ella, your take on that.
Rien. Le lieu sacré alors est vide. En temps réel, c'est 3 novembre. Orlando. Vraiment, recette rien. Le lieu sacré alors est vide. En temps réel, c'est 3 novembre. Orlando.
Thank you. All right. Thank you, Studio, for completing that last video there. That is showing Bonanjo and Douala. We don't.
Another place.
You go ahead. You make your comments on this.
It's another place like Bastos in Yaoundé, where there are high-class people, so-called high-class people living there. That is it. As empty as whatever. What I was about to say is that even some of us don't understand the meaning of electing somebody to be your leader. When I elect you to be my leader, I'm not telling you that you are Alpha Omega or you are God. Even if you are a king that was selected, since that was selected to represent the people, you are working for the people, which means the people's decision is supreme. They are the people who decide what you should do for them. You don't decide what to do for the people.
For the people.
That is what even us here sometimes in our own so-called government, we made the mistake like going astray. The people, you made a right statement that the people are not sitting home because they are afraid of the military. The people are sitting home to tell you as a second vote that you use that key word, the second election, to tell you that we don't want you. And as Ma Dorothy said, I don't know how shameful and stupid. I don't care. You say, let's learn. The people who used to disobey, because I see in Kumba, somebody will be moving on the street and showing bikes. There's no ghost town. Now bike than this. They walk. Everything they find for Kumba. Nonsense, rubbish. And that is why I go somewhere out of what this guy was saying. Now we self the key with own people. Because such people, you either just cross after making that your video to the La Republique territory, where now you will be lost because you would run from ghost town to ghost town, or they have to eliminate you. As simple as that. I'm saying this plain and clear because it's very painful when people decide that this is supposed to happen. So, truly, Ma Dorothy said we should learn from our mistakes. But those radical, obnoxious, ubiquitous, stupid people who used to do all those stupidity in order to get favor from La Republique, thinking La Republique will compensate them one or two things in whatever, however, whichever, they now see how they are failing themselves. That La Republique that you were selling your own people to them to show that, no, we respect Paul Biya, even though it's 11 years, we don't care, we like him. That's him there. It's the very people, that's Yaoundé. Where is Paul Biya from? Yaoundé. His house is not far away from Bastos. That whether it is that their government, I would say Ambazonia tax money is full there in that A2D. It's not far from Bastos. Although he is dement and there is nothing called Paul Biya, and this is what I want us to also note. We should stop using this word Paul Biya. We should call the right word, because that man doesn't even know where he is, how he is. Maybe he's even dead up to today. It is his doubles that they are showing up and down on pictures. Ngongo and Chantal Biya, those two people, we have to make people know that they are the ones who are trying to destabilize their nation and even cross over to our own nation. So if somebody stands there is talking about Paul Biya, what a disgrace. I'm talking now to the people of Ambazonia. Directly opposite me on the wall stands my late brother, the one who died 2022. I imagine how his picture can stand somewhere and people go and vote for him. Picture. The so-called elites that we call in Ambazonia, Ma Dorothy, von Shafak, carrying some other people going to Yaoundé to give a peace plan and whatever to the real President Gongo to relate it to the picture of Paul Biya. What a shame. So let me not talk too much on this issue. I bet you I've spoken to so many people on the ground. Home front are seeing everything, and they are knowing from now on that we are a people and we have to stand as our own self. Thank you, Pastor Victor.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And we are going to echo here very clearly, fellow Ambazonians. We here at Ambazonian State Radio and Television want to caution you that we are respecting only our Monday lockdown or ghost town. Today, Monday. From tomorrow, we are not sympathizing with Chiruma's lockdown. Let everybody in Ambazonia go around their normal businesses. Don't sympathize with nothing. Well, we're suffering. Hear what that boy in Boya was saying. Well, we're suffering in our own lockdown. They were not there for us. They were calling us to come and fight for them. They even, Dr. Ella, will even say something. I think we'll just conclude with that even. when you were saying before we came on the air that you had a video, somebody was saying that they have deceived people in Douala, that Ambazonian boys are.
The commissioner,
Please, we are not crossing our borders to go fight nothing for the Republic. All those things are propaganda lies. And they're going to use it. I'll give you time to talk, Doctor. They are going to use all those kind of foolish lies to pin down our brothers who are living in Douala. If they see any Anglophone, they start killing that Amber boys have entered there. Please, there is no Anglophone or no Ambazonian that is going to fight for the Republic. No way. We are shutting down our borders. I heard an announcement the other day. I don't know when the border shutdown is beginning. But we are saying here from Ambazonian State Radio and Television that we Ambazonians are not in support of any lockdown by Chiruma. Our Monday's lockdown was today. From tomorrow, let activities go around in the whole of Ambazonia in normal activities. Go around your businesses, go do your shopping, go to your farm, go to your market. Let everything be going normal. We are not part of their lockdown. We have suffered a lot for them. We fought for GCE, they went and gave them. We fought for university, they went and gave them. We fought for multipartyism. We are not going to continue to fight and die for like to become better than us. We are going to stand and fight until we get our own country. Let Ambazonians know this. Nobody should go down for any lockdown tomorrow or support them in any ghost town or any Ambazonian state army or unity warriors or any. Don't fight for nothing in La Republic. All we can tell you is that here the instruction about the border lockdown, lock down our country, lock down our borders, let circulation continue in our country, and let no borders be open for La Republic people to come in or to go out. That's what I can say. That would have been my closing remarks. But Dr. Ella, I remember that thing you can say that man don't you can say something. I think that was our last video for the day. Except Chairman has something else for us. But Dr. Ella, you can echo on that before Dorothy.
Yeah, I just want to let me first of all caution that guy. Unfortunately, I've asked for that his video that he was talking on to be sent to me. I've not gotten it up to now, but it is out there saying that there is this morning, Monday, today, that he says the Amber boys have crossed into Douala. No, we don't cross into foreign territories. We are not terrorists. The thing is, we are defending our territory. As Paul Nilong has said it on his video message, that today is our lockdown. Tomorrow, the unity warriors are blocking our borders. No entry and no going out. Where are we going? Are we going to their ghost town? You're going to ghost what there? So we should make it clear for the world to know that is a lie. And as you have said it, I said it before we came up on air, that it is now a trap for them to start killing Anglophones, so-called, that name they call Anglophones. I call it Ambazonians. One by one, inside, there is a young man in their quarter there who has openly, is an Ambazonian, has openly said that is a tactic that they want to use to, they call them sanguinary, they are bloodthirsty, and they cannot kill their own people, so they have to look for a group of people that they can kill. And they will start going door to door, targeting Ambazonians, killing them, and just saying they are terrorists. They are Amber boys that have come to. What a level of stupidity. Tell me, Pastor Victor, what is the job of Amber boys in Douala when they are all ghosted? What are they going to do there?
It's a lie. They're just lying.
Excuse me. Is there a fight between the military and the civilians that the Amber boys are coming to help? What is it? Or they want to say because they have announced that Amber boys are coming, That is why everybody has run and entered their house and there's ghost town. As we started the program, we said, when you lie too much, it comes to a level that you believe your own self. You just believe your lie and you think when you say it like that, I don't know what to say, but I've said what I did. My people, una be careful. Una be careful when they want set una up for kill una. So that they will put and now say, na francophone they kill anglophone, so that anglophones and now they go vex, they jump now, start fight with francophone, then the government now distract itself, sign a document how they be leaders for their country. No. As Pastor Victor have said, today ends our lockdown. Tomorrow begins normal life in the southern zone and northern zone. Nothing more till next Monday again. Thank you. And I want to encourage and greet the people for their steadfastness, for all what they are doing down there, for their understanding. They are being visible, attentive, and not to understand what is going on with our neighbors. Thank you, Pastor Victor.
Thank you so much. Ma Dorothy, your last words as we round off for today.
Thank you, Pastor Victor. Fellow Ambazonians, we have come to the end of today's show. We have learned a lot. We have seen that with a federation, or where the federalists and the so-called elites, we call them elites because that is what they call themselves. They say they are the most educated, they are the privileged. They think that they can speak for us. But we have seen that there is a document, 400 pages long, written, conducted by people of integrity. If anybody is saying anything out of we have no future with La République. We have no future with La République. Federation is a dead-end road. Because federation is a code word for decentralization. You have no future. It is not the people's wish. Federalists, CPDM people, the CPDM women, federation, our future is not with La République. Please learn that. And then we have learned. We used to dismiss La République that they are very irresponsible. Now we have been surprised. They are more responsible than we are. They are more disciplined than we are. They are more patriotic than we are. They value life. They are of their own. Nobody's coercing them. They value life, their own lives. Yeah. We do not.
Nobody's bribing them.
They don't betray easily. But 1,000 francs will cause somebody to go and show his brother to be killed. Ambazonians, let us learn. Let us be a better people. Let us be a better people. When we have our nation, please, let us be a better people so that all of us will live in peace and we will enjoy together. There will be no elites, there will be no high class and low class in Amazonia. There will be no high class and low class. Everybody will be the same. We are all human beings. Over to you, Pastor Victor.
Well, thank you, Ma Dorothy. Thank you, Dr. Elad. Like I echoed in my monologue today, please, fellow Ambazonians, whether you call yourself an elite, whether you call yourself a middle-class Ambazonian, whether you call yourself a student or a hawker, you cannot reject freedom when freedom has been given to you. We are about to get our freedom. Start preparing how to manage the freedom. And if some people think that they want to remain as slaves to La République, like it happened in the African-American history when slavery was abolished and some of them were told to leave and go live free, they remain as slaves. We want to say that those elites can pack and go to Yaoundé and take nationality from La République du Cameroon. But we want to be free. And if people will come out that we believe should have been advocating for our freedom, yet they are still advocating for some configuration, some federation, some referendum, even leaders in the diaspora. You must be very cautious as you listen to those who call themselves leaders in the diaspora. Many of them have been bought over for federation. It's just that when they talk, you don't get it. Now they are using but AI to bring their propaganda so that you don't know that is their voice. But be careful, because many leaders in the diaspora who call themselves leaders have been bought for federation. And so please be very careful when you listen to them. But we are saying we will not take federation, we will not take configuration, we will not take any referendum. Any of these things is a facade. We want our freedom. And we are of that generation of those who have a vision for a free Amazonia. We have a vision for a free Amazonia. If you don't have a vision for a free Amazonia, you can pack to La Republic and take their nationality and stay there and be crying when they rig elections, and stay there and be crying when they come after you and look at you as a second-class citizen or as a third-class citizen. But we in Amazonia, and we the never again generation of Amazonia, and especially the remnant of leaders that are knocking the doors of the White House under Friends of Amazonia, we will not give up at nothing until we see a free Amazonia. We will give you updates in the weeks ahead about the new developments of what Friends of Amazonia is doing. I think we are doing just a lot, and want to tell you, Friends of fellow Amazonians, keep praying for us. We are knocking the right doors. We are in the right steps. Very soon, Amazonia will see its freedom. God bless you. Thanks for tuning into the program today. See you again next Monday.
The real development, Pastor Victor, you people are giving, not the one that they always announce when they need money for draft, for paying houses.
God bless you, fellow Amazonians. We've come to the end of our show. I know that Ella did not echo that one. Thank God the program today was friction-free. I could see my notice smile to the end. But we promise you next week we'll bring you some small fictions. God bless you, fellow Amazonians. Have a wonderful week. We'll see you again next week for another edition of the program, The Awareness. Bye-bye. Thank you, studio. Thank you, Chairman Amos. I know you were the only lone technician doing everything today. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you. God bless you. Bye-bye. Oh, Lord.